Hey y'all. So a quick message before we get onto your video. I have posted a new installment of This Is Me. It is the most important This Is Me video I have ever posted or likely will post. That is no pomp and circumstance. That is the tea. So if after this video you can head on over and watch it, that would mean the world to me. The link to that video will be in the description box below of your reading. And with that being said, onto your reading. Thanks. Hey Aries, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your second half of our general reading. So in your meditation, I immediately saw the image of the Archangel Gabriel, all in gold. And I saw Gabriel go and I saw them land. And I saw an image of the moon key as it is in the particular deck. I am using the deck today, but it's the Guardians of the Night Tarot by MJ Cullinane. It's the moon as it is in that particular deck, and there's a wolf and garbage cans and two very big buildings in like New York City. And I saw this image, and then I saw Gabriel kind of go stand like larger than life over this moon key. And I heard, when you give voice to your fears, they become smaller. And then I got this sense that there's something that either you are afraid to do, have been afraid to do, reticent to do, not sure about the right time to do. Feels like the time is now. You know, sometimes it can be very illuminating to think about things in terms of regret or if you didn't do them. Sometimes it can help us instead of thinking, well, if I did do that, how would I even make that work? If I did do that, what might it cost me? But if we can flip it and say, well, if I didn't do that, how would I feel about it years down the road? If I didn't do that, how would I feel about it if you know, I didn't have that much time on earth left? Let's just make it dramatic for the example, for the thought exercise. How would I feel about leaving this earth not even having tried it? Something in that. Regret can be a very powerful thought exercise. Also, Gabriel is the angel of communication, voice of writers, of communicators, of those who have something to say and could use some aid in saying it, whether it's working through their own fear or going about it a certain way that is, comprehensive. But it definitely feels like there is something that it's time for you to enact or something for you to move on. And it's something that if you did not do it, and it feels like the time is now, is upon you, if you did not do it, you would certainly regret it at some point. And it's something that is scary in some way, shape, or form. So really, really interesting, Aries. Let's go ahead and, let's see what your cards say. Hey, Aries, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is. The second half of animal energy, second half of, ooh, it is so perfect. Okay, let's talk. So first of all, if you know me at all, you know that when you get an animal that is of your like element, it's very auspicious. It's sort of like spirit casting a very positive glow over the entire reading. So you got fire for fire. So I'm loving that to begin with for you. But why I'm really obsessed with this is because the gazelle equates to the 9 of Pentacles in the Tarot, which is the entrepreneur. It's the creator. It's feeling good about the work that you do. It's working for yourself. It's feeling like you've accomplished what you set out to accomplish. It's about enjoying your time alone, your solitary bliss, all of that good independent energy. But what makes this even better is that there is a shadow side to gazelle medicine, which is about fear. Do you see those large ears? That's because it's biological. Those are there by biological imperative so that they can hear danger from very far off and reroute because, they are prey. They're a prey animal, right? It's a lion. So it's like, I want to hear that lion from way far off and reroute accordingly, right? Now, what's really interesting about this is that when we think about, something that you're afraid to do, that moon energy, and then regretting it, it's so perfect that gazelle's coming up. Well, let's take this even a step further and think about lions, because lions are the natural predators of gazelle, right? So lions represent confidence and fearlessness. So it's interesting. It's really interesting how this is coming up for you, Aries. I even want to say, like, embrace the lion instead of running from what you're afraid of, run towards it. Interesting. Let's see what's going on. Oh, really? Okay. This is just, it's great. So here you've got the Empress, but what I want to point out to you, first of all, is the rabbit. Guess what the shadow energy of rabbit is? self-fulfilling prophecy and fear-based worst case scenario thinking. It's all up in this energy reading, Aries. It really is. I feel like Spirit is coming in to make you highly aware of it so that you are aware of your options and your choices, and that your fear is not, affecting you from your subconscious or in a way that you're not aware of. Because if you're aware of your fear, then you have options, you have choices. It's only the things that are outside of our awareness that we don't have facility around, right? That's what it is. The light side of rabbit energy is abundance, good fortune, good luck, right? It's really interesting that you've got the two animals coming in that represent, abundance being on the other side of fear. Interesting. So here we have the Empress. She's pregnant, but of course, right? She's birthing something new into the world. I'm also really, her crown there of stars reminds me of Archangel Gabriel coming in as that golden figure, right? Star in the sky aspect. So with the messenger, right? So this is about really expecting the best, really expecting good things. It's about that pregnant potential of knowing that everything has a gestation period and that the seed of something, is worth nurturing, is worth taking your time with. She is really a symbol of why the process is so much more important than the product, right? It's really interesting here. Again, back to that sense of fertility and growth, and also being the mother of the tarot as well. There's this aspect as well of like, what are you really afraid of, right? What is there really to fear? There's something about that. And again, with that advice from Gabriel of when you speak your fears out loud, they become a lot smaller. They only have power over you if they're kept in the dark and not brought into the light. Time to get real about what those fears are. Oh, hey, it's our old friend, the Eight of Swords. Did I not say that these only really have power of you if they're kept in the dark? And then we have this lady who is a blindfolded. So Eight of Swords, this is all about the mind. It's, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, mind energy, mind palace energy. But this is about analysis paralysis. This is being completely trapped and a prisoner of your own mental anguish, of your own limited thinking, right? This is a level of mental imprisonment and analysis paralysis to which only you hold the key to freedom. This is that you're not seeing things quite clearly. Really, you could be thinking worst case scenario or thinking like, yeah, there is this thing that scares me or this thing that I know if I don't at least try it, I'll regret it. And this could be really anything, y'all. I do feel like for some of you, it has something that it's related to communication in some way, whether it's something to write or a conversation that needs to be had, something to do with communication or speaking the truth in some way, shape, or form. But you're feeling very in your head about it, and it feels like really bringing it to the light is the thing that's going to help. And what do I mean by that? I mean, like just speaking it, like write it down, like get it out of you and onto paper, or speak to a trusted friend or family member, journal, all of those things, taking it and just speaking the fears, communicating the fears, putting the fears, expose your fear to the light of the sun, right? And see how they look in the light of day as opposed to in the middle of the night, right? When everything's a little bit more scary, right? Good. Right. So back to gestation period. Here we have the Seven of Pentacles. Very, very interesting, Aries. So the Seven of Pentacles is about patience, but it is about trusting that the seeds that you've sown will bear fruit. He's chilling because these aren't fully grown yet, but he knows that he's done all that he can do. He's planted the seeds. He has faith. He has vision. He's not rushing along. He's not hurrying anything. I feel like this is the antidote to expecting immediate results or quick satisfaction, right? Let me put it to you this way. The better that you can Seven of Pentacles, the better that you can truly Seven of Pentacles, right? And do what you can do and then release yourself to any attachment around outcome or timing, the more efficiently you will find yourself in a Nine of Pentacles reality, right? Remember how we said in the meditation that the time is upon you, the time is now, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles here? Why do I feel like, because this is the Seven of Pentacles, and this is the Nine of Pentacles, and I feel like you're being asked to bridge the Seven of Pentacles into the Eight of Pentacles and take steps around whatever this is, It feels like it could shift your life in a really profound way. And there's something tied to like a soul lesson here about speaking your truth or doing the scary thing. And I really feel like this is a case of abundance being on the other side of fear, interestingly enough. It so often is, you know. Fear keeps us small. Fear is such a human, well, we aren't the only ones who feel fear, but it's in this context, it's a human construct, right? We have it in the rabbit, we have it in the gazelle, but their fear is a lot more primal and survival based. This is mental anguish and fear that we have facility around, right? Let me put it to you this way. Whatever this is, whether it's a conversation, a project, a book, an offer, whatever this is, right? Whatever this is, if you look at it through the lens of if I were to never even try it, what would that regret look like at some later point in life? Versus if I did give it a go and it didn't work out, at least I can say that I gave it a go. And sometimes just giving it a go is what leads you to something even better than what you began thinking you were going to lead with, right? It's not always ABC. Sometimes it's 4, 9 minutes. It's not linear. It's completely non-linear, actually. And what do I mean by that? I mean, like the journey that we're on in terms of like a life journey. It's completely non-linear. But it's about if something is on your heart and on your soul and you are feeling called to do whatever this is, the time is upon you. And it's a favorable time to do so. And again, it's trusting the path to the point where maybe the thing that this isn't going to lead you to your highest and best reality, but taking steps towards it is going to align you with people, places, and things that will. Okay? Let's get some advice. This one slid out. Oh, this is so beautiful. 3 of Wands, 3 and 3 here. Okay. So 3 of Wands, this is really interesting because the 2 of Wands is about the foundation that you set and being really strong in your foundation so that when divine opportunity comes in the form of people, places, things, and offers that you are well prepared for it. It's like you're staying ready so you don't have to get ready. Now, the fact that this is your advice, it's interesting. I feel like this is, you are being guided to ask for help and guidance. What do I mean by that? Remember how we said about speaking your fears, bringing them out into the light is the only thing that can make them smaller? I feel like there's something about what you're doing where you can really put out the call for assistance and say like, hey, could you take a look at this? Or what do you think about this? Or just running ideas by someone or practicing a speech that you need to make, a conversation you have to have with someone before you do it. Or really coming up with a draft of something and then showing it to someone who's, trustworthy and positive. Something like that. But I feel like this within you, it's like it's gone so far as it's going to go just staying with you. And you're being asked to really bring it out into the sunlight and ask for aid and ask for help. Maybe this is something you've already, for some of you, that you've already started on, and you're being asked to submit this in some way or show it to people and actually expose it to other people's opinions, right? But the 3 of Wands is the benefactor. This is the universe stepping in through opportunity to help promote you to the next level. So think about what that next level is for you. Think about on the other side of fear, the abundance that only exists on the other side of fear. What does that look like to you? What might the road there be, right? Because it's 9 of Pentacles. It's all in the name of you being in your highest and best reality and being well compensated and feeling good, right? Let's get an oracle. Let's get an oracle for Aries. This is a lot about what you're producing or something that is yet to be birthed. It feels very positive, but fear is a significant blockade, isn't it? Okay, an oracle. Stop. It's so good. Queen of the light. Had to do it. What are we talking about this entire time? Bringing things into the light. Queen of light, the Queen of light. Illumination, enlightenment, celebration. I'm telling you, this is all really interesting. This is how Gabriel came through in your meditation in gold, right? Illumination, enlightenment, celebration. I'm telling you. Talk this through. Submit this to other people. Collaborate. Bring this out into the open. Sometimes it can be so helpful okay, let me just put this pragmatically into an example. This is just an example. It'll be different for everybody. Let's say that you have a book that you have a draft of and you've been afraid to show it to anyone or do anything with it. You're terrified. And then this could look like you just calling your friend or your grandma or whoever and saying like, you know what? I have this book. I'm terrified to show it to anybody, or I don't know what to do with it, or whatever it is. What do you think about this? And offering it up to them and hearing what they have to say about it. I feel like it doesn't really matter what they say, Aries. It's really about you speaking it out loud and going, oh God, I don't know, why am I so scared of this? This doesn't have to be this hard. Let me just give it a go. Let me just try it. Let me just expose this to the, to other people, to the light, to the public, whatever this is for you. The Queen of the Light celebration, I'm telling you, this is a very clear embodiment of your success and your abundance being on the other side of fear. Fear can only really exist and grow and have power over you if it's allowed to stay in the dark. Bring it into the light. Take that blindfold off. Allow yourself to be helped. Trust in what you're doing and what you're here to do, and then allow yourself to receive and walk the path forward. Not knowing where it's going to lead, but trusting that wherever it does is in your highest and best good. It's really beautiful, Aries. It's really, really beautiful. With that, I'm sending you so many blessings. I so hope that this helped and resonates. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I would so appreciate that. Also, Aries, I have a favor to ask of you. I have published a new This Is Me video, which is a series about what's going on with me personally. And I would really appreciate it if you watched this most recent one. It wasn't an easy video to make, but I feel like it's incredibly important for me to have made it. It feels like it's kind of in alignment with your reading, actually. I would really appreciate it if you could watch it because it pertains to you and it pertains to this reading. So I would really, really appreciate that. The link to view that will be in the description box below. And with that being said, please like, please share, please subscribe. I'd so appreciate it. And just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, and most of all, thank you for being you. And be well until next time.